I'm Lisa DeMarco, and today I'm joined by Joe Salamone, Executive Director of the Long Island Coalition Against Bullying, and Joe Ocasio, athlete, trainer, pro wrestler, and LICAB's newly appointed brand ambassador. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to be here with both of you.
Joe Salamone, can you briefly explain LICAB's mission?
LICAB's mission is to emphasize the importance of bully-free communities on Long Island, and we do that through a myriad of programs that are aimed at helping kids, families, and schools combat the instances of bullying and kind of help those who are dealing with it cope with those instances and move beyond them in a positive way, as well as working with all of those parties to prevent future instances from happening.
Joe Ocasio, how do you connect with this mission?
So, when I was very young, I was obese. That's when I was, in my early childhood, and I was bullied for it. And I had a specific goal. I wanted to be a professional wrestler, and I didn't, I guess, have the appearance of what most kids at the time thought a professional wrestler would be, and that exacerbated the bullying. And I had a desire to share my story and to help others who might have experienced that same kind of experience that I did, especially kids, to show them that, yes, you can be whatever you want. And I'm hoping that working with LICAB, I could share the instances of the times I was bullied, the challenges I had to go over, and the moral at the end of the story that you can overcome everything and you can be exactly what
Joe, can you speak to your personal goals and objectives that being a brand ambassador for LICAB may help you achieve?
Absolutely. So, working with LICAB, I'm hoping that I can broaden the audience of my story to share. Obviously, I'm a pro wrestler and I'm a personal trainer and I own my own business. And I'm hoping that working with LICAB, I could speak to more kids that maybe don't love wrestling or maybe aren't into fitness and just share that story with them to help them overcome any adversity that they're dealing with. To use that story to help them to overcome any problems from bullying in school. And if there are people bullying out there, maybe hearing my story might get them to reconsider what they're doing to others. I really just have a desire to help as many people as I can. That's why I went after my life dream and I never gave it up. And I'm really honored and I'm privileged to be able to work with such an organization to really help touch more people.
Joe, although I know pro wrestling is your life goal, can you speak a bit about how your personal training business plays into that and into your mission?
Absolutely. So I think and believe there's a lot of preconceived notions about fitness. I think, what I see a lot with influencers online and a lot what I see in the mainstream media, fitness is always focused on body image, that you should look a certain way. And I believe that a lot of those body images that are put out there by the mainstream media influencers, um, it's just unrealistic goals and it's incorrect. Um, for me, fitness is about literally your overall health. I believe in keeping your heart strong, building muscle mass in order to perform better, to be able to get into your 80s and still play with your grandkids. It's not as much about how you look, it's about how your overall well-being is. And I believe if fitness is taught and people are educated the correct way about how it should be used, it'll change people's ideas and concepts on what fitness and health truly is. So as much as pro wrestling is a huge part of my story, I'd really like to help people have a more healthy understanding of fitness and change the way that the body image part of things is so heavily focused on.
Joe Salamone, why is this an optimal time to introduce a brand ambassadorship for LICAB?
This is an optimal time for this type of a program and a partnership with individuals like Joe because 2023, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary as an organization. it's going to be a mix of celebrating, the efforts we've made and the strides that we have made along the road in our mission, as well as setting ourselves up and the community for more growth in the fight against bullying, in plenty of different ways. I think that the wonderful opportunity that is presented here with us partnering with Joe specifically is that his story can really be kind of plug and played with any scenario that a kid might be going through. It doesn't have to necessarily be fitness related. It's any kind of adversity. And the fact that, Joe's story is such a success story, much like mine, but we've shared my story plenty of times. It's time to get new perspectives on the same thing. The more opportunities that we have to communicate to kids that moments in their life that they could feel so bogged down by can be overcome. That message needs to get out there. And I think it's a really creative way of doing it through the eyes and the story of a professional wrestler. So, we're really excited about it.
Finally, gentlemen, if a school district was interested in learning more about a program offered through LICAB or meeting with either yourself or Joe Ocasio, how do they go about doing so?
Sure. For anybody interested, we would encourage them to either reach out to us directly via phone, 516-777-7709, visit our website at licab.org, or shoot us an email at info@licab.org. And, we'd love to have those conversations, and, would love to put Joe in contact with as, many districts and kids as we possibly can.
Gentlemen, do you have any events coming up? Anything you'd like our viewers to know about?
I guess I'll take this one, Joe. So yeah, actually, we have just spoken about an event that we're working on. It's really cool, really exciting, first of its kind that I know of. Being a pro wrestler, I love to build suspense. So I'm going to ask everyone to keep your eyes and ears open on what we have to come. I also have been informed about some community outreach events coming up in the spring. And my main goal is to touch as many communities as I can. So as those events are announced, I will absolutely be there. And I look forward to meeting anybody and everybody that'd like to come and speak to me at these events. And I'm really excited just with what the future looks to be holding for with the new relationship with LICAB and Joe Ocasio.
Thank you so much.